Hi guys, welcome back. Did everyone watch last night? Oh my goodness. This is like real Big Brother. It's not Instagram Big Brother, TikTok Big Brother, maybe a little bit, a couple thrown in, but this is old school super fan Big Brother in my opinion. And I'm here for it. I loved it. So I'm gonna do a episode review, and then I'm gonna do like a live feed update. We'll see how this goes. And by the way, if I cut out, I will be back. My air conditioning went out a few days ago, and my HVAC guy is coming. I'm in a window, so who knows, but I am counting the seconds. We are women of a certain age, and hello. So first let's go through the cast list again, because I really butchered it last week, and I really want to make it right. And we also have a replacement. Christy tested positive for COVID, even though she was vaccinated. I don't know if it's a false positive. I don't know, but she was eliminated, and I really hope that she gets a chance to come back, because when I read these print interviews, I had a completely different read on these people. After seeing them last night, like, my thoughts have changed drastically. Well, with most of them. With a couple of them, I still have reservations. So first we have Travis. He is from Honolulu. He says he's from Honolulu, but I think he's a transplant. He runs a startup. Travis really likes button-down shirts, and his opposable thumbs only work to the third button, as far as I know, because I've seen Travis in, I don't know, like 4 or 5 situations with this shirt. Maybe his air conditioning went out. I don't know. Next we have Derek Frazier from Philadelphia, safety officer. I love him even more after last night. Huge personality. We have Frenchie he's the farmer from Clarksville, Tennessee. He's married with 3 kids. I still have a lot of reservations about him, and I'll get into that a little later. Xavier from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. He is an attorney, but he is going to tell the house guests that he is a bartender / model, which I think is a really smart move. We have Aza, my queen. She works in tech. She is from Tacoma Park, Maryland. So she is not from Baltimore. Maybe her parents are. She's from DC. Common mistake. But we still have Derek Zhao from Baltimore, and we have Kemi and Rockstar. So is that one my heart, or is it it's too hot in here. I don't even know. We have Brittany, who is the kindergarten teacher from Niagara Falls, New York. It was really special in her intro, was she shared with us that she has autism, and she really wants to raise awareness. I know autism has affected my family, and being underestimated is a problem. So I'm excited to see her play. Alyssa, Sarasota, Florida, the swimsuit designer. Her biggest thing in her intro was that she cannot hide her emotions in her face, and I feel you. I can't either. So she's probably gonna have to work on that a little bit, but oh, sorry about that. but I completely feel her pain. Whitney, the makeup artist from Portland, Oregon. She's a single mom with 2 kids. And Whitney's open to a showmance. And we will see. We have Kyland, who in my last video I was totally wrong about. I just thought he was a little dry in his interview. I love him. He's an accountant from Venice Beach. We have Brent, the international flight attendant, whose bio stated, what did he say in his bio? He said, describe yourself in one word. I think he said amazing. So there you go. His strategy is to rein in his big personality. And I should mention that for the most part, most of the house guests have very big personalities. But in a positive way. I mean, so far, we're only going into day 2, but so far it's very positive. We have Christian Birkenberger from Connecticut. He is a general contractor's assistant, and he is looking for a showmance. Christian's young, he just wants to have fun, and he doesn't want to live in his parents' house anymore, so he wants to win the money. So there you go. We have Derek Zhao from Baltimore, Maryland, Bel Air, which is pretty much Baltimore. Thank God. He is our entrepreneur, and by the way, I failed to mention him in that cast assessment I did last week was such a cluster, and I forgot him and Hannah, which I'll get into in a second, and it was really a shame because I'm very fond of Derek Zhao. Next we have Hannah, who I also forgot. She is from Naperville, Illinois, which I'm pretty sure is in the Chicago area. She's a grad student. She graduated college at 19. So she's very intelligent, but she's going, in biological science. But she's going to tell the house guests that she is a student in fashion design. Smart move. Next we have Claire. She is Christy's replacement. She is an AI engineer from New York City. So maybe she knows Alexa. I don't know. Next we have Tiffany, another one who I thought was a little dry in the print interview. Love her. Tiffany, if you want to DM me where you got your dress for premiere night, I would really appreciate it because I loved it. This is interesting because this girl, she's smart. She's a single mom from Detroit, but she created a company for mobile phlebotomy to check people's cholesterol, which I think is amazing. I don't know if maybe she did this because of to have more access to clients during the virus, but it's brilliant. And after watching her, she's going to do really well. She does have a really big personality though. Another one I was wrong about. Sarah, the forensic chemist for the state of Florida from Fort Myers. The reason when I did the cast assessment, the reason I had a hesitation with Sarah was that her strategy for the game was to float. But after watching her, I get it. Like, she's going to be more of an observer and just take it all in and just evaluate the circumstances. And I do have to say that I love that Sarah is a smart badass, because us girls in the high-pitched voice club, you know, everybody always thinks you're an idiot, whatever. I can't control my vocal cords. I'm sure she feels the same way. By the way, she is also going to fib to the house guests and not let on that she is a forensic chemist for trials in the state of Florida. And she is going to claim that she is a voice actor and does ASMR. Yes, Piper. Okay. So now we move into, after we have the house guest, Julie, no ma'am. Julie tells us that we're going to, pardon me. I have to get the pipe. Okay. Julie explains that we're gonna play a puzzle game, and we're gonna be broken up into 4 teams. And those were in order of the introductions, and the 4 winners were Frenchie, Whitney, Christian, and Claire. So then we go on, okay, Piper. Then we go on to pick 4 teams, gym class style, based on like short interviews that were provided to the team captains. And we have Team Jokers, which is Frenchie, Brittany, Aza, and Derek F. We have Team Aces, which is Whitney, Brent, Derek, X, and Hannah. We have Team Kings, which is Christian, Alyssa, Xavier, and Sarah. And we have Team Queens, which is Claire, Kyland, Tiffany, and Travis. After they've assembled these teams, they go in to play a competition to construct a house of cards. Frenchie and his team win the HOH, but Frenchie wins the HOH because he is the team captain. The last place team is on Have Nots week 1, and that is see, I had this wrong because it was Sarah. Oh, so that is the Team Kings, which is Christian, Alyssa, Xavier, and Sarah. Then Julie Chen announces that the prize money has been upped to $750,000, which is wonderful. Hang on one second. There you go. I'm sorry. I had to get Piper a frozen pop cup because she's so hot and I feel so bad for her, and she's been crying and she's spoiled, and I don't really edit very much, so there you go. Okay. So now the prize money is up to $750,000. I think that's great. I don't know why they don't just go for $1 million, but you know, it's been 23 seasons. But from what I've heard, reality shows, like, they pretty much stick at the original number, so I guess that's why. Okay, now Frenchie, sorry, my dog is licking ice cream. Frenchie, we come back from another commercial. Frenchie is given the opportunity to roll the dice in a game. Basically a double or nothing. So he's gonna roll the dice, he can roll the dice to win, if he lands on the right number, he will win himself and his teammates 2 weeks of safety. If he fails, he's no longer HOH. So he declines. And that's going to come into play a lot in the feeds later. Frenchie's a talker. I'm a talker too. I can respect people's boundaries a little more, maybe. Okay, so that was the end of the first episode of season 23 of Big Brother, and now we're going to move into what we learned on the feeds. I tried to be a trooper and hang in there. It was a little easy with my air conditioning situation because it's hard to sleep, and I hung in there until about like 4:30, and then I had to dip out. So we go into the feeds, and Frenchie and Tiffany, they have bonded over being two parents in the house and being older. I mean, older is so subjective in the Big Brother house. I think Frenchie's 34. Tiffany's 40. I mean, but you know, in Big Brother years, you've got one foot in the grave. So Frenchie tells Tiffany he wants to be the showman's killer and get rid of the jocks because they always take over. These two things are true. But hold your horses, Frenchie. It's night one. I think we'll get further into that. And apparently, oh no, Alyssa was not feeling well. I guess the medic had to come. I think her anxiety was getting to her. These people have been up since 6 a.m., like doing God knows what for production, and bless her little heart. She was very sick last night, and but towards further into the night, she was feeling better. So that was good. I'm glad, because that's terrible. And she was very embarrassed. And I mean, don't be, girl. Like, think about it. That's got to be a lot. So everybody's organizing their things, and then Tiffany and Whitney, who is the third parent in the house, start talking. And Tiffany suggests that she had been talking to Frenchie, and he had hinted that maybe the three of them should work together, like I guess as a parents alliance. And then later on, we learned they want to pull Brittany into that. I'm not really sure how they landed on Brittany, but okay. Then Alyssa and Frenchie discuss being super fans, and these people are. They know. I mean, there's a lot of Derek and Dan talk. Trust me, but they know. They know seasons. They know their stuff. A few of these people have contacted past house guests, like for advice. Like, I don't know if it was before or after they were accepted. But they know their stuff. Not all of them, but most of, I would say, there's 14 house guests. I mean, I don't want to give an exact number. I don't know. I would say like 9 or 10, maybe 8. Like, they know what they're doing. And even the ones that have only watched for a couple years, like they've gone back, like way back into like season 3, 4 and watched, which I guess, like, the thing with that is, if you think about it, those early seasons, like up to, well, I'd especially say like 5, but like current day Big Brother, I'd say like 17. So if you're really a super fan, it's really not necessary. Like, say you started watching Big Brother 2 years ago and you're a super fan and you're gonna go play Big Brother and you're excited. And you're going back to season 2 to watch the episodes. Like, there's something to that because it's not relevant to modern day Big Brother. Like, the game is like the strategy is completely different. Like, there was always a curse. Like, if you won the first HOH, you were ostracized like 3 weeks later, and then you didn't even make it to jury. I mean, it's just a completely different game now. So that impresses me that they went way back. Okay, and then we go into a conversation. I think Derek was talking. It's a lot of people, you guys. Don't worry, there will be less. But Derek Fraser was talking to someone, and the thing I love about Derek is he's so positive. And I think he's trying to put up that persona that he's so positive and he doesn't want to think negatively. So he's telling someone that he can't imagine, these people are so friendly and so inviting and so chill. He can't imagine anybody turning into a villain. Derek, this is Big Brother. And these people all weren't plucked off of TikTok. Like, obviously, like, the niceties end in week 2. And it's funny because we don't usually get to see the feeds this early. Last year was an exception, but a lot of those people had already known each other in real life. But usually by the time you get to the feeds, like, people are already like in showmances, people hate each other, this one with this one and that one. So he doesn't understand how anything's gonna go south. Cut to the other feed 3, and we have Frenchie telling Tiffany the complete opposite, and that everybody is here for blood and out for each other. Which was that is a Big Brother moment, because it was 2 different conversations at the exact same time discussing the climate of the house. So that was really funny. Okay, and then we get into, the Tiffany and Whitney want to work together and bring Brittany in. Okay, now we see the have-not room, which is basically, it's wooden planks. It's set up like an old corner in a marina somewhere. It's just got old planks with thin mattresses. There's a jet ski in there. I don't know if the jet ski is one of the beds too. I saw 3 beds, and then there's 4 have-nots, and one of the beds has like a baby net in the middle, I guess. So and there's 2 smaller girls that we have, Sarah and Alyssa, so they can probably share that bed because they're itty bitty. But they seem very happy with it. They're like, oh my God, it's not ice, it's not spikes, like we can deal with this. It's nice and cool up here, so we can enjoy the AC. Must be nice. Okay, now we cut to Frenchie. This is where I'm going to get into a little bit of a rant. And again, I was wrong about a lot of these people, like reading their print interviews. And I'm probably going to be wrong and make mistakes like throughout this process. So I'm going into that with this mindset. But now we're in the storage room with Frenchie. I think it was Kyland and Derek Zhao that were in there with him. I think so. And they have all it was Birkenberger, I think. And they have all the fresh produce in the storage room. And there's, oh my God, like I'm sorry. Take that back. It was Brent Champagne and Christian Birkenberger and Frenchie in the storage room. And they say, oh my God, like this is such a shame because a lot of this food's gonna get thrown away, blah, 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 blah. Like we're gonna feel so bad. And there's watermelons, like there always are in the corner. And Frenchie says, I will never eat a watermelon while I'm inside the Big Brother house. And it falls on deaf ears. I mean, I knew what he was talking about, but Christian Birkenberger and Brent Champagne, they were confused and they're like, okay. Frenchie's trying really hard. And I love his message. I love it. But his saturation of it, I feel is going to be problematic because he is playing, now he's the head of household, he is playing hard and fast. And we all know what happens. He seems like a really nice guy, but he's intense. And I worry that week one, everybody is of this attitude that Frenchie's such a nice guy, and he is. But I feel like it's going to grate on people's nerves. And that might be an unpopular opinion. But if you go to the Twitterverse, there's also, I mean, I'm not going to get into it here. You can certainly go to Reddit, Twitter. You will learn that Frenchie's had some problems in the past contacting prior house guests. He named his kid Robin Cass. Or after Robin Cass. I don't think he named her Robin Cass, but maybe Robin after Robin Cass. It's gonna get to be a lot. I think it's gonna wear on people's nerves. So Derek F and Alyssa talk. They think that Derek Zhao and Travis are going to be like the bros and pick everyone off one by one. Then Frenchie gets his HOH room, bless his heart. He breaks down at the door when he sees pictures of his kids, and I completely understand. He's probably been away from them for 2 weeks, and they're babies, and that's just heartbreaking. But he's in there, I think for the money. Let's say he's in there for the money, to improve his family's life. So that's wonderful. He puts the HOH robe on, everybody cheers. Everything is very kumbaya. He gets a Machine Gun Kelly CD. Then he goes into litter all of his conversation with his relationships. He doesn't imply that these are Twitter DMs or whatever DMs they are. He more or less implies like he has friendships with, for instance, Friendship Paul, Rockstar, Donnie, Cliff. Hold on, let me go pick, hang on. I had to go pick another name off the floor because Frenchie dropped it. And we know from Twitter, there's been many more that got a little harassing. But again, that's all I'm gonna say about Twitter. So Frenchie, they're kumbayaing. Frenchie's making a speech to all the house guests in the HOH room that he is there to break stereotypes and accept diversity and all those good things. He also discusses his son's passing, which is heartbreaking. And then I notice, just throughout the night, Brent and Whitney, especially Brent, he doesn't really seem to vibe with anyone. He kind of seems to be on an island. I clicked into the feeds before I started this, and he was, Frenchie's doing all of his, you know, before they nominate, everyone goes up one by one. He's doing that, and he was talking to Brent, and he told Brent he had him all wrong, and he read him the wrong way, and which you said you were there to break stereotypes, and he's already classified Derek X and Christian and Travis as the bros, but he hasn't spoken to them. How do you know that? If you're there to break stereotypes, what are you doing? In my opinion. Whitney doesn't really, she's vibing with Tiffany. She's getting a few eye rolls here and there. And that was about it. I had to drop off after that. So that was it. I'm sure there's lots more at this moment, but that's what I have. So I'm going to be doing this. I did this on Thursday because the premiere was on Wednesday. I'm going to be doing this particular style vlog on or review on Fridays, because that'll follow the live eviction and the new HOH. And then I was thinking about coming back on Saturdays, Sundays, following the veto competition, because that can change everything and often does. And there you have it. So if you're new here, welcome, and hit the subscribe bell on the all sides so you'll get all the notifications if you'd like to. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button. And I love you all so much for being here, and hopefully you didn't have to watch this on like 2.0 speed, because I wasn't just bumbling like a complete ding dong like I was last week. But I'm starting, like I'm getting to know, I'm putting faces to names now. I'm still having a little bit of a problem telling Christian Birkenberger and Travis apart, because they all have got like luscious, longer wavy hair, and it throws me off. And they're to me, their personalities are very similar. It's probably because they're both like 22, 23, and it just reminds me of, like, you know, my son and his friends or whatever. That's me stereotyping. At least I admit it. I don't know. But please tell me all your thoughts, and what impressions the first episode made on you. And if you watch the feeds, do the same. I'd love to hear it. And I will talk to you guys soon. I don't know how it's going to play out this week with if they're going to do the veto on Saturday. If they do, I will come back on Sunday. And I should be back for a vlog any day now. Everything is a complete mess right now. I'm trying to help 2 people in my family move simultaneously cross country. There's a lot going on, and I'm just all over the place. And not at a proper temperature. So I will talk to you guys soon. Love you. Bye.